Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. It's Larry Gonzales with your housing market update for the last full week of July. We had some big news come out today, which is why we're getting this out a little later. Let's get right into the news. Prices are still going up. Inventory definitely going up. And rates are sideways right now. Not a bad thing. I'd rather see them go sideways than go up. Actually, they kind of have come down a little bit today based on some of the news that just came out. All right, so what do we got for news? Well, two big things. One, we had a couple big housing reports that came out this week. Existing home sales, new home sales, really showing a slowdown across the country. And we're seeing that here in Hawaii. And then inflation continuing to slow. We had the PCE, or the Personal Consumption Expenditure report, that came out. And let me tell you, it was not great, but it wasn't too bad either. All right, so let's jump into new home sales. These are new construction homes. And, well, you know what? Rates are keeping buyers on the sidelines. The inventory of new homes is up from 472,000, now at 476,000. And then we had 617,000 new contracts, another decrease from the previous month. We're down 7.4% year over year with new home sales or new home sales contracts signed. Home price, median sales price, also falling a little bit for new home sales. Not the best news, but I will say this. We did go over 100,000 new homes completed. Last month we were at 99,000. We really haven't cracked that 100,000 homes being completed. So that's some good news, but definitely a slowdown in the market. Let's look at existing home sales. These are homes that already exist, hence the name. All right, we had another drop in June, 5.4% versus the 3% decrease that was expected. So really slowing down the pace of sales, and we're down 5.4% year over year. Median home price, though, still going up. And here's the thing, homes are staying on the market. And here's the thing, while home sales are slowing overall, homes are going off the market quicker, which means that the home is priced right and the seller is giving some credits, they're going to sell the home. 22 days on market, down from 24. So homes are still selling fast. And the median price is going up. It shows the value of the homes are there. Right now, it's just the rates that are keeping buyers on the sideline. First-time home buyers dropped from 33% down to 29% this last month. Cash buyers and investors steady at 28% and 16% respectively. Okay, so what is going to get the buyers off the sideline? Lower interest rates. Well, guess what? The PCE, the Personal Consumption Expenditure report, came in today on Friday, and headline was down from 2.6 to 2.5%, largely in part due to energy prices falling by 1% last month. Core was steady, 2.6, still at 2.6%. The expectation was that we would drop down to 2.4%, maybe 2.5. Didn't happen, but still, we're not seeing inflation spike up again, which could mean that the Fed will lower the Fed funds rate. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, it's going to happen in July. Not realistic. I don't think so. I think the Fed wants more assurance that inflation is not going to go back up. So let's say September is a very, very good chance, and not quite 100% chance, but pretty close to it, that the Fed lowers the Fed funds rate, which will be good for interest rates overall. Mortgage rates, again, the Fed funds rate and mortgage rates are different, but they are related for sure. The core being steady at 2.6%, it is still the lowest level we have had of inflation in the last 3 years. But here's something to note, all right? Just because inflation is coming down doesn't mean prices are going to go down. Prices are up. They're staying up, all right? So this doesn't mean you're going to keep more money in your pocket. The cost of milk is not going down. The cost of bread is not going down. All right, that inflation has already taken effect. It may come down a little bit, but not a lot. Don't expect to see prices necessarily come down in the supermarket, which is where we're getting battered right now. I just spent $200 at Safeway for, I don't know, maybe 2 days worth of food. It was insane. Now, granted, I'm shopping. My wife's out of town, so yeah, I don't shop as fiscally prudent as my wife does, but you know what? That's still a lot of money. Actually, the guy behind me, he said, what are you buying? What are you getting for $200? And I looked, I'm like, well, not that much. So, hey, inflation, the prices are still up, but the rate of inflation is coming down. slow and steady, and slow and steady is going to win the race here. All right, so let's look at unemployment or initial jobless claims. Not a lot of movement actually. Drop in initial claims by 10,000. Continuing claims down by 9,000. But still, we are near the highest levels of initial and continuing claims in 3 years. So that's good. You know, we need to see the number go up, but it hasn't gone up yet. Next week is Jobs Week. Jobs Week is going to have a really big impact on mortgage rates. Let's look at VA rates right now. We're in a steady channel between 6.25 and 6.5%. Next week, we could, if the jobs number goes up, if unemployment goes up from 4.1, say, to 4.2%, if the numbers of new jobs is down or below expectations, expect to see interest rates drop near the 6%. You're certainly getting into that channel between 6 and 6.25. You can see we're pretty steady for most of July, 6.5 to 6.25. So, and you can see that little tick down at the end of the week. That was because PCE came in lower. Jobs Week could get us in that 6 to 6.25% channel. So that's great news. So what does this all mean? Well, applications second week in a row, they were down, but refinances were up. I know I'm doing several refinances right now. And inventory, inventory is still up on the leeward side. You're still seeing homes sit on the market, especially higher priced homes. But if the home is priced right, it's going to sell. You just got to price it right. And buyers, ask for the credits. Don't be afraid of hurting the seller's feelings. Ask for the credits. All right, rates. Hey, rates coming down. We're going to see inventory go down. But I like this steady drop lower, not a crazy drop lower, because it is still keeping inventory at levels that are not quite pre-COVID, but getting close to pre-COVID. All right, and then for sellers, hey, the value of the home is not in question. I'm still seeing appraisals come in at or above the purchase price. So home prices are not falling off a cliff. They're steady. Like I said, I've had 3 appraisals come in this week, and all were at or above value. So that's some really good news for sellers. Seller credits are going to be around, though. They are going to be around as long as rates stay in the channel that where we're in. Once we get rates down into the 5s, steady into the 5s on VA, into the mid 6s on conventional, then you're going to start seeing probably some of these seller credits go away. But for right now, home prices are steady. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you have a great weekend. Get out there, enjoy yourselves. I think school started for most families. I saw one of my clients when they bought, actually right after they bought, they got pregnant. They had a baby. Baby Ruth is starting first grade. I just saw a picture, and I'm just so happy to see my clients just not survive, but just thrive in life, and to see baby Ruth now off the first grade just reminds me of my children growing up and going into the first grade and just kind of progressing through life. It's such an awesome time of the year when school starts, and a little bit of freedom for parents too. All right, have a great weekend. Aloha.